Hey everybody, I'm Jake. This is Fastlane Classic Cars in St. Charles, Missouri, 15 minutes outside St. Louis to the west. And I'm again inside because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and the heat index is already over 100. But in front of me, I have something very exciting because this is a 1965 Superformance Cobra. And because it's a Superformance, that means that it has a 427 side oiler V8 in it, and it's backed up by a Tremec 5-speed manual transmission. In my opinion, you really can't beat the character of a side oiler in a Cobra. It feels like the best and maybe most classic option to put into one of these cars. And of course, it just sounds absolutely tremendous. Now, we do a lot of backdrafts around here because we're a registered backdraft dealer. So we don't get a lot of Superformance Cobras like this, so there's a few differences that I noticed right away. The first of which are the bumperettes up front. On the backdrafts, you have the smaller bumperettes that have the little notch for like a jack or something in them. These are the more classic style bumperettes, the chrome on the front and the back. Another small difference are the belts. This one has lap belts in it. They're kind of the more classic style lap belts, the thick black ones with the leather pad and the big hook that hooks through the belt, which I absolutely love. I think it makes it feel like more of a classic driving experience, like you're actually in an old Cobra from the 60s. They're a little bit more difficult to take on and off than the quick release, newer, modern ones you get in most of the backdraft Cobras. But honestly, I think I like these better just because of how cool they are. They feel cool, they look cool, and I think they fit the style of the Cobra much better in general. This car also has Smith's gauges in it. The newer backdrafts, I don't remember exactly the brand. I think we can get Autometer. There's probably a few different brands of gauges you can get in the new backdrafts, but I like the Smith's gauges. They're the black-faced ones with the white lettering, very easy to read. More of a classic look, and the original AC Cobra used Smith's gauges, which is why I like them so much. Because again, it's kind of more along the lines of what you would get in an original Cobra if you were to have one. Another thing are the side mirrors. They're kind of this bullet shape on this car that look super classic and also just fit the car tremendously. And against this paint, all of the chrome looks fantastic. This is dark cherry pearl exterior with the black stripes, and it's not just the two thick black stripes, it's got smaller kind of pin striping, which I think that makes any set of stripes look better in my opinion, the smaller stripe next to it, and I think it looks tremendous on this. The stripes go right over the massive hood scoop in the middle, and they even go onto the inside of the dashboard. This has black vinyl bucket seat interior. They do slide back and forth. You have a big wood rim steering wheel in here, which again looks very classic on this car. Willwood disc brakes, Ford 8.8 rear end with 350 gears and limited slip or positive traction, whatever you want to call it. And of course, it's finished off with 15-inch aluminum Shelby style knockoff wheels. Now, knockoff doesn't mean fake. In this instance, it means you actually have to knock off the center lug of the wheel in order to get the wheel off. A lot of people ask that a lot. They think, knockoff wheels, why would I want knockoffs? That's not the same kind of knockoff. They're also wrapped in Cooper Cobra radial GT tires with the white lettering, which I think looks fantastic. And there's probably more I could say about this car, but I really want to stop talking about it because I'm really interested in driving the thing, and I'm sure you're interested in hearing it. So without further ado, let's just take it for a spin. All right, inside of the Cobra, pretty easy startup procedure. If I have the key on me, that would be nice. I do. All right, you got the key over here on the left side of the dash. No shut off or anything like the backdraft. You see it going right there. Here's all these Smith gauges. Hopefully you can see them. Right there, very nice. I like the black faced. You have your panel lights, wipers here, fan controls and a heater in this one, which is nice as well. And then you have these pull vents on the side to let in fresh air while you're driving around. Probably gonna be using that because it's not cool out today. Quite warm actually. So I'm gonna be trying to stay as cool as possible. Now inside of a Cobra, it's actually not that difficult to keep cool as long as you have a hat to keep the sun off you. The amount of wind coming past you actually keeps you feeling pretty nice. Although with the visor and the little winglets here on the side, you're not getting absolutely blasted by wind, but it's just enough to keep you cool. All right, we're gonna put the clutch in, pump it once maybe. Just like that, pretty easy. I love this shifter as well. Feels very classic. Small, it's notched forward like every other Cobra because it's such a small cockpit that if you had a normal shifter, your arm would be back here trying to shift your car. So they basically took a Mustang that's notched toward the driver, and they flipped it the other direction. So it notches forward for better ergonomics. Alright, to stop this here, we'll test the e-brake. Works fantastic, so I'm going to go turn off that other camera, and then we'll get going. The way that this thing sounds at idle is pretty much unbeatable. Put my lap belt on real quick. Like I said, it's these older style with the, I don't know if you can see it, this leather strap to kind of protects you from having this metal thing laying on you the whole time. And then it just hooks in with this little hooky thing. Kind of cool. Slap that in there. Snap that in place. I already have it adjusted for me because I drove this car earlier. This one also has the speedometer that spins backwards. So instead of going from the left side to the right, right side to the left. I think the reason for that was to save money back in the day, because they would have had to add an extra gear or something in order to spin it in the correct direction. So they just left it like that and painted the numbers the other way around. Kind of cool. In front of me, I got oil temperature and water temperature. I got the RPM gauge right here as well. Here, I'll show this stuff actually. Water, oil temp, RPM, you got amperage there, fuel, and oil pressure, which is fantastic. We're about 55 PSI of oil pressure, which is plenty. Very nice. Now we get to see how this thing drives. And spoiler alert, I already know how it drives, and it's fantastic. But I'm going to drive it again anyway for you guys, for the video. Also, you've noticed I'm by myself, so I'm not going to do flybys, but I think you'll be able to hear it just fine. There's Tom, one of our mechanics. Man. Almost nothing feels better than a Tremec transmission, in my opinion. Especially a 5-speed. I've driven all sorts of manuals, Muncie, Saginaw, and I like Tremec, but that's just me. It's not quiet. If you're looking for a really nice daily commuter and you got to wake up early in the morning and you don't want to disturb your neighbors, maybe get a Tesla or an SUV or something. It's not like the newer Mustangs where you can set it to quiet mode in the morning. It's in this mode all the time. But I also really like that about it. Prefer that in a car like this. I like being able to feel the road, feel what it's doing, really get feel from the brakes when I'm using them. And it's not a very heavy car, so it's not like you're working that hard to steer it and working that hard to slow it down. It's really quite easy. Tracks in a straight line, which is nice. I like that. The brakes feel tremendous because they're four-wheel Willwood discs, so you really don't have to worry about that either. Sorry, I'm moving my phone. I'm trying to keep it out of the sun. And with 5 speeds, I can go 45, 50 miles an hour at 1100 RPM. Now, you're obviously still going to hear the engine because there's side pipes that are dumping right next to you. But here in Missouri, I'm not super hot driving this thing around. I can move the visor down like this and get more air over the top. I can move the window a little bit and get more air in from the side. Or if you want it to block it for you, you can leave it up. The way that the idle of this car reverberates off the buildings, it's like drugs. Oh, good, the box truck's getting out of the way. Do a little bean test. Strapped to a Cobra, I don't think you're really going to be that worried about whether you're making 500, 550, 450 horsepower. No matter what, it's fast as crap. And when you're getting on it and listening to it out on the road, it makes no difference. The character of the engine is what matters, and this has all of the character. This car has all of the character. The big wood steering wheel, the classic looking seat belts, that noise. The only real difference is the 5 speeds rather than 4. But for drivability, you kind of want that. Alright, let's go back to fast lane now. Hopefully my phone can stay cool up here. Get old. It's so effortlessly fast. I didn't look down at what speed I was going. I'm assuming I was doing about 35 miles an hour because that's the speed limit of this road. So, you know, I always stay under the speed limit, especially when I'm driving a Cobra. But if I were to have looked down, it might have been slightly over. Very easy to go quickly in this thing, as you might expect. And really at the speeds that these little outer roads have, I don't really need 5th gear. It's almost at too low of an RPM for this engine. 4th is just fine. Just cruising around. And the ride is actually decently comfortable. It's not beating me up at all. These seats are fantastic. Plenty wide. I have plenty of room in here. Because you're going to want to listen to it as much as you possibly can and as high in the rev range as you possibly can, you're going to pass everything except for a gas station. And unless gas prices go down, you're going to be spending a pretty penny to drive this thing around. Not that you already weren't spending a pretty penny to have it in the first place. But in my opinion, it's worth it. Just take out another mortgage on your home and drive your Cobra more often. The handling is just tremendous too. Very direct, and again with the manual steering, you feel Go to our website, www.fastlanecars.com. You can also see anything about any of our other cars there. If you want to know more about that was terrible.
I'm not very good at that.
You want to do it? Sorry, Eric's really bad at guiding me into the showroom, so I'm going to have Jim do it instead. You can also call us at 636-940-9969. Hello, Jim. You can also email us at sales@fastlanecars.com if you don't want to talk on the phone. And you can reach Jim right here. He's one of our salesmen. Mark, Christopher Stabile, the guy I normally do these videos with. Any of those guys. They'll answer any of your questions. All right. Finally, we're inside of a showroom. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.